separation of church and state um, came to me while I was watching a show um, on TV, and we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna tell you about the show, what I saw, and why I thought that may be a decent subject to touch on tonight. But as usual, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my week. It's been a amazing week. There's a lot of things that happened. First of all, I want to wish one of our owner partners, Mr. Lewis Jackson, that he hurry up and get well and get back to the station. A lot of y'all might know him from the OG show. I want him to get well, get back. He's in the hospital. We're praying for you, brother. This week, there was a lot of interesting things that happened. Of course, y'all know I'm extensively riding the Metro MARTA here in Atlanta, especially the train. The train is where you get to meet some strange yet interesting people here in the Atlanta area. It's fascinating, because there's all creeds, all races that are on the train because of the airport. Atlanta has, I was told yesterday, it's the busiest airport in the world. I thought it was number 2, but it's again number 1 busiest airport in the world. This is WAEN. You see a new look on our screen. We're trying to change things. Like I told you, we're trying to revamp the station, re-energize the place. We want it to be more user-friendly for you. And, we want y'all to come in and have shows, so we want our screens to look good. We want everything to be the best that we can make it be. A bunch of creative people here at WAEN, and we want y'all to come on, bring your talk shows. We're going to have some new shows coming up that'll be played throughout the week. Don't forget WAIN, our sister station for religious programming. And it don't matter, there's a mixture even in the crew that runs WAEN. There's Christians, there's Muslim, there's people like me who just don't believe in religion, but we do believe in a higher power. So you got a mix here, so you can feel at home. Don't think that just because most of the shows that you see on WAEN are of people of color, meaning that it's only a station for people of color. This is a place for all races. This is a place for all backgrounds. So I want y'all to come on in WAEN, talk with our business administrator, Mrs. Betty, and come in and do your thing. Be thoughtful with it. Remember, this is broadcast around the world. You never know who watching, when they watching. So I ask that you be thoughtful. Even the guests that I bring on my show, every now and again, I'm gonna be bringing some young rappers on here, some young R&B, jazz and stuff, to either open, close, or possibly both, just to give them a little spotlight. But I always tell them to be mindful. We don't want to come in here with that stuff that some of the underground people call rap. That's not what we want. We don't even want our kids to even understand the connotation of that type of sound that comes out of their mouths. Most of them have some excellent music, but when they open their mouths, it's like going to the city dump. There's nothing but trash. And there's an old saying, especially in the computer industry, garbage in, garbage out. So if you're a rapper or artist out there and you're listening to me, remember, garbage in, garbage out. If you spitting out garbage, especially you want your people to follow you and listen to you, and you spitting out garbage, then that's what they're going to spit back at you, is garbage, because you're giving them garbage. We have a problem in our community with education. Our kids get 15, 16 years old and they think they know everything, and they drop out of school, and that fast money come fast, it leaves fast, y'all. It really does. Been there, seen that, done that. Trust me, you're better off going to school, getting your mind together, and you can still be an accomplished artist. I take into consideration, I think Jay-Z is one of them, R. Kelly is one, that went to school. I'm just taking in consideration. I'm not sure about R. Kelly, but I think Jay-Z went to college. There's several of them out there that went to school and still did their thing. Not saying that they are the best out there, but they're educated, and that helps. Because the more you know, the more you grow. So if you stop at the age of 15 going to school and think that, okay, well, all I got to do is sell a few bags and, I want to get me a car, next thing you're going to know, you're going to find yourself in a 6x9 or even in a little bigger space, and you're going to have Bubba with you. And Bubba going to be probably 3 times your size, and Bubba ain't seen a woman in quite a while. Imagine that. So I'm going to ask that you be mindful of what you do when you come here. I know you hear me and I talk smack about some of the ministers because, hey, really, in my mind, they need to be talking smack about. I'm going to blow one up tonight. That is nothing unusual for my audience to hear me personally call up minister name and tell you what I've seen them doing. These are supposed to be spiritual leaders. So, I don't mess with politicians because I don't know much about politics, but I'm going to start getting into the politics because of the subject tonight, separation of church and state. Politics is a big thing, and we need to be mindful. The most credible thing for people of color from the motherland, Ethiopia, Egypt, the continent of Africa, and you're here in the United States, and you were born here in the United States, and you was raised here with U.S. history, and you get 1 month of black history, and you hear about the same 2-3 people their entire month, you got a lot to learn. This is one of the ways that society keep your mind closed. We need to open our minds, and we need to realize that we, as a people, we're more powerful than we're led to believe. Now, I heard the other day, one of our shows, that no longer should you call yourself an Afro-American or African-American. I hear that the United Nations is not going to recognize that if you have any issues against this country. They're not going to recognize African American, Afro American. That is going to be a slang. You should call yourself Afro descendant, African descendant, because truly that's where we're from. Our ancestors are from the continent of Africa. Um, and it used to be called a dark continent. Still is. As far as I know, it's still the majority of the people on the continent of Africa are of darker skin complexion. You know, and that's all good. Don't let nobody fool you into thinking that white is right and black is wrong. Because if you look at the world, look at Mother Earth. Where there's white sand, there's nothing growing. Where there's black fertile soil, you got all types of things